Experience tranquility. Pass into the iris.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Season 7 here in the Tranquility community and to the Iris Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Yeti. Joining me tonight, we have four long time, well, some more long than others, some a little long in the tooth, more so than others as well. But we are here today to talk Tranquility, break down everything there is about the Tranquility community. Once again, I am Mr. Yeti. For those of you who don't know me, how? I'm the loud one. I'm the one who posts a lot of things. You should know me by now. But I am the Transcendence Tier Director as well as the Content Creation Team Manager. I am the also the Superstar DPS player for the best team in the Harmony tier, the Big Bang Buccaneers as well. So, and that's all cap I know. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna let everybody introduce themselves for those who don't know, those of you who don't know some of these people, and we'll start directly to right here. Wow, that's some bad some bad chroma keying right there. We'll start right there with Thuggington. Go ahead. Oh, you are muted.
Man, my internet is just. Oh, am I? Wait.
Okay, I think we're good.
Am I here? Am I alive? Hi. I'm Thug. How's it going? Yeah, hey, I'm the Harmony Tier Director. I've been part of Trank since Season 1, admin since Season 2, and just to clarify anything, Yeti is the loud one. If you have any questions about any tier, anything, Twitch stuff, what time we starting, hey, when are the maps coming out, I'd recommend you talk to Yeti. Only Yeti. Just shoot him a DM, or just like, yeah, just
ignore that mod mail thing in the Discord.
Just
ignore
DM
mod mail.
Yeti.
Yeah, never DM the mod mail thing like you're supposed to.
Mod mail?
Always just go straight to Yeti.
Yep. DM Yeti only.
I hate you so much. And all right, let's go ahead, Novito.
Hi, I'm Novito. This is my third season running a team, and I just never realized there was a mod mail.
Oh, it just got put in. You just got it, brand new.
Oh, it's good. Okay, I was like, I felt really dumb for a second.
Brand spanking.
Brand spanking new. I'm Novito. I am a DPS player for Koala Kings, and I run the Oregon Marsupial Gaming, home of the hated Joe Esports. You know, you gotta get the pajamas, the Quokka Queens, Devil Dukes, a lot of royalty type stuff. I play DPS now, where I force myself to start because Spongy is bad at the video game. Yeah,
fair.
NPC, go ahead.
Yo, what up, everybody? I'm NPC. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I do I do a little bit of everything. I'm kind of the Swiss Army knife admin. I'm not playing this season, so I'm available to hop into a game if you need somebody that's slightly better than a bot, better than a medium bot, I should say. So you know, I'm available. I run the stonks and then the prediction polls, things like that. I'm pretty much always around if you need something. I'm here. I used to play on Get Off My Land. Doug's beautiful shirt over there. You know, I also happen to have a lot of Tranquility shirts right now. I'm wearing my Dirt shirt because I like Dirt. But right now, if you want a shirt like these, you can get them right now at shop.spreadshirt.com/OWTranquility for 15% off today and tomorrow.
True.
Damn.
15% off. And you know what? A rumor has it, NPC, that not only do they have shirts, they have sweatshirts, they have hats. You can buy bags
and stickers.
Time, kids.
They have stickers. So
you could also you could get a mug.
Mug, yeah, I've got a mug. I've got a couple
water
mugs.
Bottle. They have the
True
the
last
nice
season. You got a Screw Joe Esports mug.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah. But with better language than Screw, obviously, you know.
But anyways, guys, check it out. Shop.spreadshirt.com/OWTranquility.
Exclamation mark store in the chat.
Yes, exclamation point store in the chat. Thank you. 15% off all merchandise right now in that store, and the proceeds go to Tranquility, which we turn right back into giveaways, prizing for event week, all those fun things. We turn it all back to you guys. So let's end the introductions here with Apathy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, my introduction got cut off by the merch ad, but I am Apathy. I am the lesser known DPS on Big Bang Buccaneers. I don't know. I've been here a while, and now I'm doing this, I guess.
You guys are like yin and yang there.
It's really true.
Yeah.
Yeti's the loud one.
I am the loud one, and I also can't grow facial hair. So it's just
Yeah,
It's
you're
just-
really the odd one out on this broadcast.
I really am. I feel very baby faced.
That's okay.
All
I
right.
can't grow hair up here, so like.
I have
feel
enough
that
for both of
balances
you.
things out. Yeah.
Just
mail
send
me some.
apathy
Lots
next
of
to you
love.
guys
Send it.
and just have him like just drape it over. So, all right. Anyways, let's go ahead. And get to the meat of the cast here, guys. We just wrapped up the preseason tournament last week. Congratulations in order, obviously, to all of our preseason champions: Harmony Tiers, Flashbacks, the Discord Tier, Reminiscence, and the Transcendence Tier, Decapitators. Thug, why don't you start us off? Let's talk about that Harmony Tier preseason tournament. What's your overall reaction to it?
Thug was right. I'm always right.
What were you
Number
right
one
about?
Flashbacks fan.
I don't even know what he said, but he's right.
Thug was right. Always right. Hashtag Thug was right in the chat, everybody. It's good to see. And I was away on vacation for most of it, so a lot of it happened just there. And shout out to Sneaky for helping getting all those things ready for the rest of Harmony Tier. But it was absolutely great to see Tranquility get going again. See broadcast stuff popping off. A lot of new talent, a lot of new faces. Trank's back, baby. Trank is back.
Right. Discord Tier, Novito, what was your biggest take from that tournament?
Honestly, scuff. You know, not on broadcast, not on the tournament side, but teams. You know, I will say from experience. Ringers moving matches to Friday, good stuff. We're all ready. We're all ready to get back in the swing of things. Obviously. Also, like, just Rem looked really good. I think Lotus was a bit of a surprise for me. Like, I didn't think they were going to be that great, but they put up a good showing.
Mhm.
But just, the script has been written. Asdo's back to dominate Discord Tier, and you see the script in Harmony, Koala Flashbacks Part 6.
Yep.
And I'm really excited to see the season going. I also have I always have to shout out Asdo because right now he's wearing an NVNO jersey for the Season 6 champions, Koala Kings. So, got rep the boy.
I just have to say, I mean, Flashbacks versus Koala Kings Part 6. You have to wonder if it gets better like the Friday the 13th movies do. Like Friday the 13th 10 when Jason's in space.
Jason X, yeah.
That's the best
favorite.
It's really the best movie of all time.
I've heard it's Villa's favorite.
It's the best movie of all time. Like when he's in the rocket at the end that blows up, and then he just
Spoilers,
lives,
bro.
He just lives and he just runs. He just like flies through space with his machete out. Yeah, that's
Honestly
just
though,
physics.
that's a really accurate comparison of like him blowing up in the rocket is flashbacks when they lost the Koala last season in the
True.
semis, and then now that they lived, it's like them coming back and winning preseason again. Like they're living on.
They got
But
in the
we'll
upgrade
see.
machine.
Let me take you to Tranquility season 27. Novito still stuck in plat, now playing tank again.
Hey,
As-
I'm diamond on tank.
you're
That's
not
For now.
Not within 3
For
seasons,
now.
Yeah.
friend.
For now. So season 27, Tranquility, Novito back on tank. He's an old man at this point. His voice is gone after years of yelling at different members of the Marsupial gaming team. And then you have on the opposite side, you have, let's say, Anguish, who's been with the Flashbacks now for 21 seasons because he can't hit Diamond on DPS. He's still just playing Sombra, and that's about it.
Hey,
It'll be
Well, there
fun.
haven't been any new heroes since then, so that makes sense.
Anguish played Sabra once, but it was against Yeti, so
I know.
That's all he's remembered
That's
for.
all I remember. That's all I'll ever forget. Yes. Yeah, and Cap fell back to Harmony Tier 2. That's the end game right there.
And he gets banned.
All
again.
right. All right. I just needed to bring you
Asdo
up.
down to Harmony Tier, and that'll be like the battle of
Yeah.
the ancient gods.
And it just
Yeah.
it just ends with Novito getting a 6K remake. All right. And let's go to now Transcendence Tier, Apathy. What was your take on that tier?
where was everybody? I mean, it was a good tournament. Decaps steamrolled, and other teams had some big games like Manifest and Cancel of Anime Girls, but like there were only 8 teams there. There were a lot of teams, a lot of potential favorites in the tier sitting at home. So there's still a lot to look forward to from this season, especially with the Trans Tier preseason being only 8 teams.
Yeah, Transcendence Tier is still wide open. Sure, no question about that. NPC, wrap it up. The favorite overall moment for you from the preseason?
I want to say this moment right here, coming back on the podcast, but technically it's not preseason. This is the start of the
This is the start.
season.
This is the real start of the season.
The season started like 10 minutes ago. So
It's true.
Matt, my favorite, the final map of the Harmony tier semifinals, Koala Kings and Palm Beach Poggers. I don't know what it was about that map. It was a map 5, 99 to 99 on Lijiang. Maybe it was we had Door on the cast and just the energy was just through the roof. I don't know what it was, but man, that was intense. I was on the edge of my seat that game. The finals games were good, but that one for me, when that happened, I just that's when it hit home. Trank is back. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. It was just amazing. And when I watch the Koala Kings play, I get really thirsty for a nice can of Sergeant Pepper.
Oh. And it's begun,
back,
everyone.
baby.
We're
Yeah,
back, baby. We're back.
I got to
That's the podcast. See you guys later.
I got to match you with my Diet Fago.
I have to say my favorite match of the preseason was Palm Beach Poggers versus Koala Kings. Fantastic match. Palm Beach Poggers comes in a complete unknown up against Koala Kings, season 6 champions. Still a team. It's a lot of new players on that team, but seeing the back and forth with that, it was just an absolutely fantastic match. So I'm really excited to see from both teams what they do the rest of the season here for sure. But guys, like we said, the season has begun. This really is the kickoff for season 7. It's a lot of work to get here. A lot of people putting countless hours in to make this happen. Of course, we have to put a huge shout out to Cavalier, the commissioner of the community, the creator of Tranquility. Without him, we wouldn't have this place. Without him, we wouldn't have the fantastic graphics that we have, the fantastic broadcast packages that you see on this, on Tranquility broadcast itself, and so on and so
logos.
forth.
I mean, yeah.
It's true. And the best part is guys, it's season 7 and we're just getting bigger and better, to quote Apathy's Apathy's whiteboard in front of him there. It's just a simple fact. We are getting better and better every season, and we cannot wait to show you all we had to show you guys this season. More on that later, though, because there's a lot to cover. We got to get to talking some favorites, talking some teams a little bit. Let's go ahead and start making fools of ourselves a little bit and start putting out some preseason pontifications, if you will. We're going to talk about some tier favorites, some dark horses, maybe some early MVP candidates, things like that. Just kind of get the juices flowing a little bit so we can talk about what these teams are bringing to the table as we step into this season here in the Tranquility community. So let's start it off with the favorites in the tier this season. Now, there are a lot of fantastic teams, no question, in all the tiers. We're going to start in the Harmony tier here. Thug, who is your favorite right now in the Harmony tier?
My favorite, it was my favorite last year too. It's Flashbacks. I think Flashbacks once again are putting together a very, very solid team. That organization's done a really good job of putting people around Anguish to make him look better. But overall, I think that team has a fantastic DPS lineup. Anguish and Try are going to do fantastic this season with and Diffract.
I think that's how you say it. I just know
Diffract.
I'm going with it.
how his mechanics are.
No, I think they do a really good job. That org does they're really well run. And I'll say from a tier director standpoint, when you're the first team to put stuff in and lock in and you're ready to go right away, everything's perfect. It's a point in my book. Come a long way, guys. You come a long way. I used to hate you a lot.
It's true. He did. He really did.
Yeah.
He really did.
You're coming a long way.
All right. Novito, what about you? What do you think?
I hate to agree with Thug of all people. I hate to agree with Minnesota, which also goes for you, Yeti. But I also say the Flashbacks, not because I lost to them, but also because they just have a well-rounded team. They have a good grasp, a good coaching staff, good org. It's hard to bet against them right now. I can't be biased and pick myself, but there will be some bias later. Trust me. I will fulfill Bard's shoes of bias. Or we'll say the Bard's boots of bias, so we get the alliteration.
Ooh, I love the alliteration.
Yeah.
I like it. That was smart. That was smart.
But yeah, I gotta say Flashbacks. Honestly, I can't until someone else proves to me differently.
It's hard to disagree with it. It really is. NPC, who do you got here as your favorite in the Harmony tier?
You know what? It's very easy to just say, "Oh, the preseason champion." Of course it is. But you know what? I'm gonna if I'm gonna pontificate about the preseason, it's got to be about the Palm Beach Poggers.
Ooh, good alliteration.
Yeah, we got to bring that back around. I mean, Exu, Dez, Turbo. That was a fantastic match. Like Yeti said, that was the best match of the preseason. Maybe not in score or anything else, but just the level of intensity that both of those teams brought there. And I think if maybe that last fight had gone the other way for Palm Beach, maybe they would have been in the finals, and maybe they could have taken out Flashbacks. It's anybody's game, and preseason, it's preseason. Maybe there's a little bit of sandbagging. I wouldn't know anything about it. I don't know, but
You need
I'm
to
just
qualify.
saying, Palm Beach Poggers looking pretty good.
All right. Apathy, go ahead and close it out here. Who do you got?
I did go with the Flashbacks as well. I think any of those three teams, including the Koala Kings, kind of solidified themselves as an early top 3 in the Harmony tier, at least out of the ones that we've seen, and potentially out of the ones that we haven't seen. But I did just take the easy way out and default to the Flashbacks for this week. Hopefully someone can prove me wrong next week.
It's hard to disagree with what we saw from the Flashbacks.
Yep.
Me personally, I wanted to also do the same thing. I just wanted to say Flashbacks are the easy pick, y'all. Let's just go with Flashbacks. I ended up saying no to that because I think this is a team that's going to get started, or that Flashbacks is going to be the early favorites, but I think the team that I'm going to pick is a team that's going to ramp up and get better and better throughout the season, and that is, unfortunately, the Koala Kings. I know. I'm gonna have to get my my pillow out, my Koala King's pillow on order, just so I can be put to sleep.
You could say 15%
Novito
on that, by the way.
Novito messaging me at 1 a.m. saying, "Man, we're doing it again." So. All right, let's go ahead and get into the next tier here, guys. The Discord, or the Discord tier. Thug, who do you got?
I'm going back to that org man, Reminiscence. Looking real strong. Asdo, Seraph, Concept. It's a really, really strong DPS lineup, and they are going to be running roughshod over the rest of Discord tier. Watch out for Reminiscence. I think they may run away with this thing.
Reminiscence definitely looks fantastic. No question about that here. Let's see. Are we going to there we go. All right, Novito, who do you got?
I also said Reminiscence, but that being said, I don't think they'll be as dominant. I think that they're going to be very good. I think they're going to be early favorites, but I do think the rest of the tier will catch up. Just at the beginning, it's hard to bet against. It is hard to bet against the preseason champs because that's what you have to go off of, really, unless you just know stuff about the community, right? But at the same time, I have to back the boy Asdo. If anyone can carry a team kicking and screaming, it is Asdo. And I honestly do think that Asdo might need to carry this team's kicking and screaming later in the season.
There's probably a lot of kicking and screaming going on.
Yeah, I anticipate a lot of that, actually. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
all right.
Very true.
NPC, who do you got?
You know what? I'm going to go back to last season's favorite, Ragnarok Fenrir. So the Fenrir team is the Discord tier team, Ragnarok from last season. Most of them are returning. Some of them have moved up, but that org is very similar to the Flashbacks org, right? There's just a very tight run ship. Thor does a really good job of managing those teams and keeping everybody in line and making sure everybody's doing the right things. So I think with the right coaching, and now that they have all 3 tiers covered, I feel like that org is going to be kind of a powerhouse, and we're gonna see the resurgence of Ragnarok. We didn't get to see him in the preseason, so I'm hoping when we get to see him this week, hopefully show up.
I feel
Ragnarok definitely has to. They had a pretty good season last season. The question is can they come back with a similar season? Very different roster. Obviously not without OC, without Anonymous. There's going to be some questions for sure with Ragnarok this season, but we'll see what they bring to the table. Apathy, who do you got in the Discord tier?
I'm going to do the same thing as last time, copy Thug and Novino, just following the script. I mean, the coincidence of all 3 of us picking the same Nostalgia Org team, going with Reminiscence.
You know, when I was thinking about Discord tier favorites, I thought of a team. I wanted to pick a team that has experience. I want to pick a team that is. I wanted to pick a team that was full of just positive mental attitudes, fantastic Lucio play, and really, really, really top notch tier direction. And if I was picking a team in the Discord tier that had all those things, there's only one team that can actually fill those. That's Alt F4.
Who?
Alt
Who's that?
F4, I think, is my favorite in the Discord tier. I mean, you look at that roster, you have. Okay, I'm kidding. It's Reminiscence, guys. They're the clear favorites right now in Discord tier. It's not even close. I hate to break it to you. Reminiscence is light years ahead of the rest of the tier right now. And do I think they'll be light years ahead of the tier the entire way? No. I do think teams will catch up, but I think right now Reminiscence is far and away the best team in the tier. And I mean, in due time, will that change? It very well could. But as of right now, if you put any single team up against Reminiscence, they'll be lucky to take a map. You know, and that's basically what happened in preseason. If you look at preseason, Lotus took one map. That was the only thing that really happened to Reminiscence. That was the only chink in the armor.
Well, Mechanized took a map too, but there was ringers and stuff too, wasn't there?
Yeah, Mechanized cheated. No, I'm just kidding. They didn't cheat. I just don't want to give credit. I can't give credit to Bar. Come on.
That's fair. That's fair. I wouldn't either. I just remember yesterday, Bard locked Soldier in scrim, so I automatically have to say no.
That's true. That's actually frightening.
You were just talking about you locking Soldier in scrims.
Hey, bro. Look. I'm locking Soldier in low plat.
That's protection
all right?
meeting. We're talking about it.
I see.
Low plat. And my tracking is godlike because I played Zarya at one point in time.
I am full of doubt. Call it crazy, but all right. Let's get
my ability.
Let's get now to the Transcendence tier, guys. Talk about your favorites. Thug, who do you got in this one?
I have God Hand.
Bold. With
a caveat. If GDH can actually maintain and like stay the whole time, I think that it's a solid team, man. It's a bunch of vets. It's a bunch of really, really talented players on an individual level. And they've proven season and season again to be very, very dominant when they want to play. So, and Ice is back on support. And we all know he's the greatest Zenyatta of all time.
It's true.
Best Zenyatta. He's better
Right.
than a Golden Armor player.
Novito, who do you got in the trans tier?
I said the potatoes themselves. I think it's the first time I've ever said the potatoes are favorite for anything, by the way. Which is the Decapitators. And yes, that was a dig at the fact that most Spuds teams have been bad. No offense, Yeti. And it's hard. I think Smugs is really good. I think Jonas is a really good player. I just think overall, like, Delphi's a really good veteran presence. Like, this team to me screams just stability.
Yep.
Which, as we all know, the higher SR you go, stability is hard to find. You know, and to me, it's like a lot of these longer form leagues, it's like, what team will not blow up?
Yeah.
Really helps determine.
That's really is. That's it.
It's very true.
It really helps determine. So I think that's why I gotta pick the decaps, because I'm not gonna bet on God Hand when I know nothing about them yet. I gotta wait to see them play.
All
right, NPC, who do you got?
I got 3 words for you, Yeti. I like dirt.
Enough said, right?
All right, nothing else needs to be said then. Apathy, who do you got?
I went with the Decapitators. Just they looked really strong winning the preseason, and I think there are some teams that could stand up to them, but a lot of the teams that I was looking at didn't finish their rosters when I prepared for this. So looking at
Sounds so apathetic about it.
Alpha, I wanted to pick Alpha, but your roster wasn't there, so I didn't pick you.
Yeah. If they weren't locked in, I didn't even consider them for this. So
yeah. I don't know. Lock in if you want to be mentioned, I guess, on another subject.
Yeah, get locked in.
But yeah, decaps.
All right. Looking at trans tier, I mean, it's very easy to say the team in the org I manage.
Lean into the bias. Let it consume you.
Let it.
I did. That's what I'm getting at. Is I am letting it go.
Oh.
here. Just wanted to make sure that was all clear. I am definitely letting this happen. So no, I in all seriousness, I am not gonna go ahead and just say Decapitators. It's boring. It's easy. Why would I? It's just boring. Let's do. I'm going God Hand. I just think that team, they've been playing together for years. The core of that team is fantastic. They still have Orsted and Mini on that DPS line. The tank line with Andy on it is just always going to be scary. They have Ice back on his main role on support, which just instantly lends some credibility to them as a team. Yep. You have to look at what they're bringing to the table, guys. It's a spooky team. And it's a team that could really, really make a big jump this season. So I have to say GDH. I think they really, really could dominate the tier. All right, let's get into our next bit here, y'all. Let's get into the Dark Horse teams this season as we see it. We're going to start off in the Harmony tier. Thug, who do you got?
So for Harmony tier, this is actually kind of a tough one. I know a lot about Harmony tier teams because I look at their rosters all the time. But a team that stuck out to me is a team that's been around for a few seasons. It's Miami Yikes. Miami Yikes has always been a team that's been kind of sneaky. Turtles has done a really good job building a team that seems to get better as the season goes on. So people sleep on them right away. They kind of just around the middle of the pack, very nondescript, and then they turn on in the playoffs. So I think Miami Yikes is going to do that again this season and surprise probably more than a few people. I know it's all flashbacks and Koala Kings this, but watch out for Miami Yikes.
All right, Novito, who do you got as your dark horse in Harmony?
I also went a long-time brand. I went with the Jersey Boys.
Yep.
They still have like a lot of the same players. Like they did look much better end of last season.
Yeah.
Like they had a really rough stage one. We all remember, I know Yeti and Thug remember the a C tier team meme. Or Group C team or whatever after they beat Koala in that featured match. But like I think they could surprise some folks, and I think if there's a season that I would like give credit for longevity, it would be like the third season they have a roster. This is basically the third season they've had this roster. So I really hope that they do well, and I think they can do well based on just what I've heard and what I've seen.
Jersey Boys, definitely. I mean, they're always an interesting team. They're never bad. Last season was weird because I feel like when you played against them, even though they weren't winning games, they were still kind of this weird team that always just stuck with you. Yep. And we're always right there, like one fight away from beating you.
I think they're a team that plays up and down to the level of who they're playing.
That is honestly a really good way to describe it too. Yeah. That's completely fair. That's a really good way to describe it.
They can hang with the best teams, but they just don't beat the easy teams very well. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great way to put it. Yeah. All right, NPC, who do you got as your dark horse?
Dark horse, I went with a very old brand as well, possibly one of the oldest brands, the Fighting Potatoes. This is the year of the potato. I can feel it. I'm not no cap. Okay, I'm serious. Fighting Potatoes all the way. Vidora, fantastic main tank. Pugster, off tank. Sneaky Kittens, Solitary Bird. You got. I mean, just
what kind of name?
So Bird. Nuts. Oh man, the roster's nuts, and they've been practicing. They've been scrimming. This is the first time I've seen the Potatoes actually be serious. I filled in a scrim for them, and I was the bad one, and I was like, wow. So
that's new for you.
They're serious. They're actually doing it. They're doing it. They're doing a thing. And when I'm not ringing for them, they're gonna be amazing. So
that's new for you. You played on Gravity. I'm just saying.
Well, how is Dimtree? So
oh, true. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Apathy. Who is your dark horse in the Harmony tier?
I'm going with a new team, the Luminous Foxes. They had a pretty tough seeding in the preseason tournament, and they had to go right up against Claw Kings. But I think with some time, these guys could be pushing the top 5 door. And that is purely from Scrimbucks and getting destroyed by them. So.
Hey,
because the Big Bang Bucketeers are a top 5 team, of course.
Hey, did you just call us the Bucketeers?
The Bucketeers?
Yes. I know. I think I was just chewing on ice as I said stuff, but my point still stands. You know,
Hey.
you hurt them when they like point out your pronunciation of words. That's how
All
you know
I'm
you hit
saying,
a soft spot.
I'm not saying the Big Bang Buccaneers are a top 5 team. All I'm saying is that we're not a top 5 team.
I'm saying we're not a top 5 team.
Okay.
We're not a bottom 19
Yes,
team.
we're not
okay?
a bottom
We're not a top
There you go,
5,
there
but we're
you
not
go.
a bottom 19.
All right. Let's move it on then. Let's go ahead with my pick here. I went with Sky Guardians. It's the battalion org. It's a good looking team. Some good players on that, and that org tends to just put forth solid teams consistently. You know, they haven't. You know, since the first iteration of battalion, they haven't really had that big, push to the finals that we needed to see, but I think this could be a season where we see a Sky Guardians make a run here, be one of those teams that gets better as the season goes on and could really make an impact here in the Harmony tier. Let's get now to our next tier, and that is the Discord tier. What are you thinking here, Thug? Who is your standout in the Discord tier? Or your dark horse, I should say.
That's okay. I knew what you meant.
I
I
know.
went with this is a team that stands out despite the organization it's a part of. I think overall the organization's pretty. It's F tier RAM, pretty horseshit. Quack Queens. I don't know if you heard of them before. No, just give my dig at Novito.
I'm searching for who you think you're talking to.
No, I'll be honest with you. I'm a Titanic believer. I stand Titanic 100% since last season. Dude's gnarly. And this is a team that I think is gonna surprise a lot of people. I think Tyler specifically, definitely not Novito, put together a really good team, and they're gonna give a lot of teams a run. I watch out for Queens.
All right.
That might be my new one.
Novito, who do you got here as your Discord dark horse?
You know, I was gonna make biased jokes for this one, but now the Thug, took that burden away from me. I no longer have to make biased jokes or do anything about that. I'm gonna say a new team called Excalibur. I say that because I have a lot of experience with that. I know a lot of the players in that roster from like League Zero, Flux Cup, and other draft leagues that my org has been really involved in, and they have a lot of solid players. And also there is some off bias because Frosted Void, their GM, is a marsupial alum, as I will say. He's one of my original players I coached, and I love him to death. He's a great guy, and I have a lot of faith in their DPS line, like with Chief, and also their main tank EZH. I have a lot of faith in as well. So, yeah, I think they could be a team to look out for. New to Tranquility, but a lot of the players are known quantities too, like outside Tranquility.
All right, NPC, who do you got?
My dark horse. You know what? I put Echo Fleet. Nobody been talking about Echo Fleet, but I mean, you look at the roster: CQ Chu, Toxic Blade, Yoon, Normac, Greninja, Solely. That's I look at the roster sheet and I'm like, nobody's talking about this team, and you need to be. That's a lot of talent. A lot of talent. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Apathy, who do you got here for yours?
I think I changed my answer on ya, but I went with the Reckless Sigma. I'm not sure. Yes, I did change it because I had Mount Chi Esports, didn't I?
You did
Or
have
I had
Mount Chi
Esports.
Yeah.
I had to move stuff around. I picked Mount Chi because their name was funny, and then I had to make a real decision. And I went with...
Oh, that's a real decision.
I mean, honestly,
I
I respect
and
it.
then I decided to go with Reckless Sigma, just because the Reckless org has had successful teams last season, being Shockwave and Alpha, and so I think
Was
there's
Alpha and Shockwave
potential.
the same org?
Yep.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
didn't
the
know that.
Reckless org is now Sigma, Shockwave, Alpha. So
I did
I'm
not know
excited
that.
to see what they will bring with their new team to the tier.
All right, and then let's go now to NPC. I'm sorry. Let's go now to the Transcendence tier. Pardon me, not NPC. We'll go to NPC and the Transcendence tier in just a minute. Let's go ahead. Thug. You know what? I'm done.
You know what? I can go first. I'm just gonna go.
No, you're
Just
not.
go.
No, you're not.
Okay, but
No,
we can't.
while
Go in
we're
order.
going, you have to get your giveaway entries in.
Yes. By the way, I'm going to do this really quick, guys. I'm going to talk about the giveaways before we get into this, because this is the last chance to get your giveaway entries in for tonight's giveaway. That's, again, we have 2 giveaways tonight. We have a $50 Amazon gift card. Read your DMs, NPC. We have a $50 Amazon gift card, and we also have a Tranquility shirt from the Tranquility store of your choice. Guys, I don't know if you knew this, but this season we are bringing forth more programming than we have ever brought to the table. Instead of just having the Iris podcast, we now have 4 total variety programs that Tranquility is putting on.
How many?
We have 4 total.
Where can I
programs.
watch these?
Well, you can watch those right here on twitch.tv/OW Tranquility Thug.
Thank you so
I don't know
much.
if you noticed, we're verified. It's crazy. We're verified.
Partner,
We're
baby.
partnered. We are
Look at
partnered
us.
on Twitch. Wow, can you
Little
believe?
check mark.
Can you
Cute.
believe that? That's us. Is that so cool? But no, seriously, guys, it's we're putting forth more than we've ever put forward here in Tranquility. We want you guys to tune in. We want you guys to see what we're bringing to the table. So, in addition to the normal T-shirt giveaway next week, we will again be doing another $50 Amazon gift card. So please do, if you are interested in winning these giveaways, please show up, watch it, get those channel points, get those giveaway entries, which do it right now if you want it for this week's giveaways. But next week's, you're going to probably want to get more channel points so you can get those giveaways, right? Yeah. Well, don't worry.
Lots of opportunities for channel points.
Mhm.
You can just watch and get channel points. You can get
Embarrassing.
1.2 times as many if you subscribe.
It's true.
You can subscribe for free
Subscribe,
to
get
Amazon
1
Prime.
points.
You can watch streaks. If you watch every single broadcast, you get extra channel points. You can even bet your channel points on predictions, and if I do the polls right, you could win big. So you never know.
And here's the thing, guys. We talk about this a lot. Just as a reminder, we aren't making an income off this. This isn't something that we as Tranquility staff are like, we're lining our pockets with this stuff. What it's all going towards, is the community. It's going towards prizes. It's going towards all of us trying to, give these awesome giveaways. Giveaways will get bigger as the season goes on. If we have in-person meetups, we might be able to bring those in-person meetups back this season, assuming that people stop being dumb about COVID. But if that happens,
I live in Texas. We're gonna have one anyway.
Yeah, I know.
We're having the playoffs, baby.
Everything's bigger in Texas, just like
Yes.
the infection rate.
Yes, everything's bigger, including our hospital wards, because they needed to be.
Oh,
Our ventilators are twice the size of Oklahoma's, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's why Oklahoma wins football, though. They
That's
care about
Let's hold up here for a minute now.
Oh,
All right. Anyways, in all seriousness, y'all, the money that we get back, it all goes into the community. That goes into those prizes for event week. It goes into giveaways. We are trying to create something special here, and that doesn't mean that all of us boomers are trying to make a buck off this, because no.
I'm trying to make money.
Novito's not in charge
All
of any
of
of our
us.
funds.
Gotta make that Twitch paper, baby.
Everything pitches back into the community. That has always been our goal. If you want transparency, talk to Cav. I mean, Cav will just tell you what's going on. He has no problem doing that. He's not going to show you his bank account or anything, but I mean, I'm sure if you talk to him and ask questions about, what happens with the money, he will definitely ask about it. So guys, we are here to provide this to you. We love doing this, and it's a lot of fun for us, and we want you guys to enjoy it and have a little fun and get a cool shirt, get a cool mug, buy something nice for yourself off Amazon. That's what we want to do. That's what this all go towards. So that's why we pump this stuff up, guys, because we want you guys to contribute, because it all gets spun right back into the community. So that being said, again, tune in, get these channel points, enter the giveaways, y'all. Have fun with it. We have a hell of a slate of programming, guys, and we're going to talk about that at the end of the show here. But again, this is our dark horses in the Transcendence tier now. And Thug, if you want to start us off here, go ahead.
Yes, Transcendence. Where did I go? Where am I? Okay, my dark horse is this. No, hear me out. I know they literally just won the preseason tournament, the Decapitators. So the reason I went with Decapitators is strictly based on, I think, God Hand's the favorite. And there's a lot of teams that just straight up didn't play. I think it was mentioned before. It's where the hell is everybody? Like, we really don't know what Transcendence tier is, and I think Decapitator is going to be one of those teams that may get lost in the shuffle occasionally, but it's going to be a team you absolutely have to prepare for, absolutely have to watch out for. Plus, Smugs is cute, and it's straight up.
Novito, go ahead.
I don't know how I feel about the energy we've just created, but I went with. I know we talk about this already a lot, and I hate talking about them because Capital's on this team. You know, it's Capital. But I have to. I'm going to say Amnesia.
Okay.
Mostly because I didn't see them playing the preseason, but just the roster on paper to me looks really good. Even though I think the weak link is obviously Capital, of course.
Always.
And Polar.
I can't even.
Yeah, and Polar.
No. Train.
Yeah,
Train is bad.
Train
We get on the train is bad train, and we'll just say
No.
train as many times as we can. Apathy Sims too much for X Harmony players, bro. I can't. On all seriousness, they're a good team. I'm really excited to see what they do. And like the meta going towards like a really like dive ball-esque meta, I think plays really well for them. I worry about them the most if it somehow turns to a brawl meta. But till then, I think they could be really good.
I agree. I think Amnesia is going to be a really good team. I definitely think that. NPC, who do you got?
Okay, look. We're talking about Trance Tier Dark Horse. And I don't know why I wrote this, because it's not even a Dark Horse. But it's all new players, Battalion. I'm looking at Battalion. Sushi, Lin, Boring, Vix, Telm, Chad. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of talent. That's a lot of people. Now, are they going to get their act together? I don't know. I filled in a scrim with them last night, and they lost terribly. But I think they're going to have a lot of fun, and I think maybe by the end, you're not going to expect whatever it is they're going to do. That's what I'm saying. Whatever they do, it's not what you're expecting. That's all I'm saying.
NPC,
I love
like,
that.
do you think they lost the scrim because you were ringing in like a 3.8k scrim?
Hey, look, I had gold damage.
Okay.
You're
All right,
speaking
I don't care
bronze
what anybody
damage
else says.
there.
I had gold damage.
All right, Apathy, go ahead.
You did pronounce Season 6 Harmony Tier MVP Vix incorrectly.
Oh, yeah.
But
It's true.
my dark horse is the SS Cuttlefish, because I couldn't pick Mouchy Esports because they folded. So the next
No,
best
that was
thing
your
was the
Discord tier
SS
pick.
Cuttlefish.
That was your Discord tier pick.
Yeah, wait, hold up.
No, Mouchy was, but they're gone.
Oh, but you needed a team with the logo. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
So I went with the SS Cuttlefish because that's
Yeah.
a great name.
Unfortunately, their
And I
logo
don't
is
know, I
not their logo is not loaded in this broadcast package yet.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry.
no logo.
But I don't know. I have no idea how good they are. I'm very excited. Please prove me right.
You know, dark horses. When I looked at Trans Tier, I think even though they made the Transcendence Tier finals, I still think they're a dark horse, and that's Manifest. And to be honest with you, I know they just lost Omega, so I'm actually pulling that back. You know, I think losing Omega is a bad sign for Manifest. I really do. Will that end up being the case? I honestly don't know. They could end up being better than what I'm thinking right now, but based on what I'm seeing, I'm a little nervous about that. Here's the team I'm watching, though. The team that I'm keeping a really close eye on is Bird Society Ibis. They are a good-looking team, been playing together for a little while here. Looking at some of the people on their roster, Womack and Mugen on DPS, that's a spooky little duo right there, guys. I'm just saying, that team, they might end up turning some heads this season. I would keep a really close eye on that. It all comes down to be for how their tank line ends up looking. But I'm watching Bird Society Ibis real close. No, they are not over the cap anymore. That's been resolved. So don't worry about that. All right, let's get now to our next bit here, y'all. That is the new team to watch. And again, guys, we were pulling those drawing entries right now. They're going into the pool right now. So, like, the next 10 seconds. Unless you've already.
Done.
Oh, it's done. NPC's already pulled
The deed
them.
is done.
The deed is done. If you haven't submitted yet, they're going to go for
But it's
next
okay.
week's
There's another
giveaway.
chance to win
Yeah,
$50
next week.
gift card and
Next
a shirt.
And a shirt.
next Monday, in a week
Sure.
from now. So just get up those channel points, put entries in right now,
Mm-hmm.
or save your stonks and bet them on predictions.
Sure.
You don't know.
I'm excited to see how many entries did we end up having NBC, if you don't mind me asking.
245. Yeah. Now some of them were for the off season, right? I mean,
True.
we had a whole bunch of people that had points in the finals games,
true.
and since we didn't have a podcast after, then yeah.
All right, let's get now to the new teams to watch here in Tranquility this season. We're going to start in the Harmony tier. Who do you have, Thug?
The team I have to watch out for is Fire Breathing Rubber Duckies. Strictly for the fact that it's an adorable name. Really think about it. Just think about a fire breathing rubber ducky. Like, it's kind of cute. Anyway, their captain Drug, who, if you don't recognize the name, was on season 1 Dracarys with yours truly. So I have a little special place in my heart for that squad. But the other teams like Drug and Wacky are going to be a really good DPS duo. Ran into them in comp a couple times. Really good support lineup. Blombo Cat as a tank is very good. Fire-breathing rubber duckies may surprise a lot of people. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, Novito, who do you got?
I realize that I used my answer for this section in the Dark Horse section. So I'm not going to say it twice. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by its toe.
This isn't the same team.
I deleted it. I deleted my answer. I'm joking. I'm going to go with Mark III, actually.
Oh,
It's
wait,
like...
you're in Discord tier there, bud. We're in
Oh!
Harmony tier. You're jumping the
This
gun.
is how you know. This is how you know I was thinking too much about this.
Yes.
You're like
So-
watching Netflix while the rest of us are talking, aren't you?
I'm not. Okay, my real answer though is the reason I think I got confused is because this is part of the same org as Excalibur is Gala House.
Okay.
Gala House and Harmony tier is actually another there's some recency bias for me because I know a lot of them from other tournaments. I've coached a good chunk of them. One of their players, Nukmar, has played on multiple marsupial teams, and he's like one of their big players. And again, they're part of the same org as Excalibur, so like I just have familiarity with them, and I think they'll be a fun team to watch. I'm excited to see how they do. I don't know if they'll compete, but I think they could be a surprise.
All right, NPC, who do you got?
I got Ragnarok Loki. I talked about this earlier. I have a tremendous amount of respect for the Ragnarok org. Last season, just the way they were running things, the way things worked out with Thor and that group. I feel like as long as that scope can get wider, but the discipline of the team can stay consistent, I feel like Loki's a team that we don't know anything about. We haven't seen, we don't know any of their rosters. We don't know any of the players, but just from the reputation that their org gives them my attention. Like there's going to be a lot of eyes on that team. So we never know what's going to happen. Maybe they're gonna go squash some variants and snip some timelines, or I don't know.
Only on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
Your sponsor, Disney Plus, guys.
Apathy, who do you got?
I took the easy answer because I filled this out first, and I went with the Palm Beach Poggers because they looked very, very good in the preseason team, and they are new to the league, and I'm very excited to see them continue to grow. And yeah, I think they'll do very, very well.
See, now I think that's an easy. That's a cop out. That's just an easy. I'm
Been taking
going.
them all night.
I'm going with the fire breathing rubber duckies as well. A lot of that has to do with I maybe falsely, but I have a belief in what Night seems to be doing, especially after last season. You look at the team Gannicus last season. They came into the season and they were really not good. Like they started off really bad. Like really, really bad. And I'm sure a lot of us do remember that. But as the season went on, they got better and better. And I just think Night brings is a good coach. Having scrimmed fire breathing rubber duckies once at the start of when they were created, and then later after they've been created, they're a good team. They're become a lot better, and I'm kind of keeping an eye on them. They have a tough week this week against Koala Kings, but we'll see what they do. All right, let's get into the next tier here. We're talking Discord tier now, guys. Discord tier. Start us off here, Thug. Who is your favorite new team to watch here in the Discord tier?
Now, I kind of made a cop-out. It's technically not a new team. It's just a rebrand. But the Quokka Queens, it's a tough one to say. It's going to kill me every time. Mainly because, and I'll be perfectly honest here, I just want to watch them because I want to see their logo all the time. If you haven't seen what they look like, go ahead and Google it and just look up like the selfies. It is
They're
literally one of the cutest things.
Yeah.
It's the cutest thing you've seen in the world.
Mhm.
It literally is. It'll melt your brain.
It's true.
It
Quokka,
will. And
they're
Quokka
adorable.
are literally the cutest animals in existence.
Mhm.
And strictly that's what it's going to be. So.
100%. Novito, who do you got?
We're in Discord tier. So now I'm talking about Mark III. Now I am. Just some known quantities, McRice, John Pond, like people that have played in the league before. They're like a new team, but like some with known players in the Trent community. And so I'm excited to see how they do.
All right. NPC, who do you got here?
Okay. Discord tier. I'm looking for a new team to watch, and technically it's a returning team, but they haven't played in like several seasons. A lot of these good players, though. Talking about Alt F4. Okay, new team to watch. I gotta watch this team. I don't know if they're gonna win, okay, but I want to watch every single game. They got Mix, okay, back on support where he can feed effectively, as opposed to the main tank Mix, which, okay, Arise to Mojo Jojo.
He's back.
You got he's back. You got Bubbers. You got the King Weeb. Okay, you got Dim Tree, the Queen Weeb. You got Thuggington on support. I'm blown away. Like I look at those people and I'm like, this is gonna be a fantastic team. It's gonna be hilarious, and I want to watch every single minute of it.
And Apathy, wrap us up here. Who do you got?
I went with Paradise Lost, and if this is wrong, we can blame Glitch, because she told me that they were one of the better teams that Rem played against the preseason, even though the other two teams were the ones that took maps off of them. She was very, very sure that Paradise Lost was the best option. So blame Glitch if it's wrong.
Okay.
All right. Let's take it now over to the Transcendence tier, y'all. Let's go ahead and talk about favorite new team in Trans. Who do you got, Thug?
Favorite team tier. Okay, so I wrote this one, Council of Anime Girls. Now the only thing, if current trends of what's happening in general chat happen, I might just watch them escort themselves out of the league, or sorry, the community. Sorry, already. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's okay. We forgive you.
Anyway, yeah, so I might watch the team just escort themselves out of the community if they're not careful. But yeah, I might just watch it. It just seems like it's a really, like, I don't know, man. These weebs are weird. I'm telling you, these weebs are weird. I don't get it. No woos, man. No woos.
All right. Next is Ed Novito. Who do you got?
Now I will really make the no bias, of course, joke. I'm gonna say the Devil Dukes. Part of a pretty good org, and they're like I'm happy with the team we rebuilt. Kind of blew up a little bit, and that's really all I gotta say. Like, I think they have a solid core, and I think Abraxas is gonna make the team do well, and I'm excited to see how they do. It's a lot of veterans from other leagues on the team, so we'll see.
All right, NPC, who do you got?
Transcendence tier, new team to watch, Fire Team Cobalt. This is going to be. I almost put this as a dark horse because most of their players are below the floor. So watching them is going to be interesting. Most of their SR has been rounded up to meet the tier floor. So I really want to see if they really can run with the big boys, being a lower SR. We'll find out.
We will find out.
And last but not least, Apathy. Who do you got?
I went with Amnesia. Technically a new team, although most of them are veteran or at least known Trank players, but they got Train, they got Cry, and they have Stan Panda Games. I mean, what more could you want from a team?
Dude, everyone's Stan Panda Games.
Stand Panda Games. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm sure there's some people out there who are all up in arms. You didn't talk about my team. You didn't pick my team. Why isn't my team being talked about on the podcast? Well, there's 72 of you. It's time to get off your high horse. None of you are that important. But in
You know
the
what?
end-
I want to talk about every single team, and I'm going to do so after this podcast. After you
True.
wrap, I'm going to go live, and I'm going to talk about every single team.
He actually is. He actually is.
He'll do
Literally,
it.
it's true.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
going to talk
it's
about
true.
every team.
He'll do it.
It's true.
Mad
He's gonna
man.
do it.
I'll do
Every
it.
team. Every team. No, and we're serious right now.
Just give him what
Well,
he wants, or he'll do it.
But the
That's
new
my serious
team,
face.
the new team that I'm watching, by the way, and they've been talking a whole lot in chat, whole lot. A lot of them say I'm the best Farah in Trank. I'm the best Hanzo in Trank. They just got here. It's Skybox. I want to watch to see if the act can back up the top. That's what I'm watching right now.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and see what we got for the next topic here. That's okay. So a lot of people say there's no way you can pick an MVP. We haven't seen anybody yet. There's a lot of people who say, "Are you high?" when I say picking an MVP. There's a lot of people that say, "Yeti, you're completely insane." All of that is true. Thug, what do you have for your Harmony tier MVP? Way too early MVP in Harmony tier.
Drug from Fire Breathing Rubber Duckies, the junk main himself. He's back. He's out of school, so he can't get grounded by his parents anymore. He's back and ready to go, man. Watch out. Drug, Fire Breathing Rubber Duckies.
All right, Novito, who do you got?
I said try or triangulum from flashbacks. I think he just has the widest hero pool. He's really good. He was really good in Gannicus last season, like in that map 7 banger versus was that Jetpack Cats? Yeah, it was Jetpack Cats. Like he was just like a stand-up player, and I think he'll be a stand-up player again.
NPC, who do you got?
Okay, all right. I picked an MVP candidate, but there's one thing holding him back, okay? So Koala Kings has this player named Jeff Bot. Jeff Bot's fantastic main tank. I love watching him play. The thing that's holding him back, okay? He could just get to MVP status if you ditch the Houston Outlaws skin, okay? You got to take that crap off, buddy. It's holding you back. You don't make MVP, you've only got yourself to blame. Just saying. Burn blue.
Apathy, who do you got?
I went with a sneaky one. I went with Snoozy from the Luminous Foxes. He was a very, very good tracer player, and I know DPS usually gets the favoritism towards MVP. I'd like to see him prove his stuff and be one of those sneaky picks. See if he can do it.
I went with one of the Palm Beach Poggers here. I'm going with Dez. And this is, some of the Palm Beach Poggers may be like, they're not even the best player on a team. What the hell are you talking about? When I was watching, Dez was making constant impact on DPS. Really, really strong play all preseason. Having played against them, ouch. Palm Beach Poggers, Dez is what I'm going with there as my way too early MVP. Let's go up to the Discord tier now here. NPC, who do you have in Discord?
Me first.
No, Thug first. Sorry.
Oh, hey, it's me. It's Thug. Person I picked is going to be somebody that's from Flying Lines. Now, I agree with Apathy that it's like DPS get a lot of love. I picked a DPS player. But this is a main tank player that usually gets overshadowed. There's a ton of really good main tanks in Discord tier. But Manbro Dude is one of it's a top 5 most of the time. That often gets overlooked, but I think this is going to be the season that Manbro Dude really breaks out and shows us what's up. Plus, he's growing his hair back out, so it's a thing.
True. Novito, who do you got?
I have my way, no bias, of course. Reborn from Quokka Queens, because I didn't want to just say Asdo. Because I feel like that's
I already said
an easy.
Hey,
well, that's neither here nor there.
Spoilers! Wow, okay.
But Reborn is just a really good player. He's up for MVP in League 0 right now. Like he is just a really, really good player. And I think he will do very well in Trank. And I'm excited to see him also drag a team kicking and screaming at some points.
Much like Asdo. NPC, who do you got?
All right, so I picked MVP candidate, another main tank, Thor from Ragnarok Fenrir. Okay, as 4/5 of this podcast can attest that facial hair is important. The man's beard is just insane. It's so
It's a
good.
thing. Facial hair's a thing, bro.
And it's just a fantastic player, guy, caster. He's part of the content creation. You'll see him here on this podcast from time to time. Just the man is nuts. He cares a whole lot about the community. He cares a whole lot about his teams, and I feel like his presence is going to be felt both on the game, on field, and also in the Discord and off the field. So I feel like that's MVP quality right there.
All right, Apathy, who do you got?
Well, I spoiled it, but I went first, so I snagged Asdo, taking the easy answer. I'm sorry, but there's a reason he's the easy answer, right? I mean, Asdo is just very good at many heroes: the Pharah, the Tracer, the Mei, the McCree, the Soldier, just everything. He's cracked. I don't know.
So I promised myself I wouldn't be biased. And I actually wrote down a completely different answer than what I'm going to go with. But I'm completely changing it. Because forget not being biased. Not being biased is boring. I am going to go ahead and I'm making a decision here. When, again, a lot of people say DPS. A lot of people say, why would you pick anybody but Asdo? A lot of people say, seriously, why aren't you just picking Asdo? And then, again, also people say you should really just consider picking Asdo. I'm actually going to a member of the team that, yes, I am the general manager for. I am going with Beppo from the SEAL Team Spuds. I think this is the season of Beppo. I think this is the season that he finally reaches that peak that was kind of expected of him last season, didn't really achieve. I think this season he could really make an impact as a main tank. I think he could be one of the best main tanks in the tier rather comfortably. The question is I guess, will we see it? So, and I'm not just saying that because apparently the team's watching. Why would I say that? Hi, guys. Hope Scrim's going good.
Get back in scrims.
Yeah, but you should be in scrims.
Stop
What the
watching
hell?
this.
Why is Polar letting you talk? Anyways, let's go ahead and get to the Transcendence tier now, y'all. Transcendence tier. Thug, who is your early pick?
Transcendence to your early pick. I'm gonna fly us all the way back to season 3. I'm gonna sit you guys down on my knee and tell a little story about a time that I beat a Discord tier MVP in a 1v1 as Moira, and I'm gold, bro. You may have heard about it. It's back in the annals of history of Tranquility, but I'm going to pick Ice. Him and I have reconnected. We've united our chakras, and we've become one. I would say things are getting pretty serious between us. We may be exchanging Snapchat soon. Maybe for lewds. I don't know. Just saying.
Okay.
Ice, if you're watching this, please send me your Snapchat.
What the hell did I just witness?
Bro, I'm so confused.
I'm stealing my platform. For all seriousness, Ice is back on his main role. Ice is a very phenomenal flex support player.
And a former MVP. In his own right, he is a former MVP.
Season 3, Discord tier MVP. 100%.
All right. Novito, who do you got?
My Trans tier MVP is my boy, the worst player of all time, but also the best, because that's why I'm naming him MVP, is the one and only Capital. I also have in parentheses Stinky, so I have to mention that. I really had to go with the wind up here because I had to say someone so unbelievable.
Yep. Podcast is over, guys. Have a good one. Kidding. Yeah, Cap, I know, right? NPC, go ahead.
Okay, look, I'm also going to take you all the way back to season 3. My MVP is Cryptic Force. Wait, he's not playing?
No, he's not playing.
Yeah. Okay, producer told me he's not playing. Looks like it's then I gotta go with Mr. Trippy Cow. Now playing DPS in Transcendence tier. Apparently has transcended main tank and has now moved to DPS. Mr. Trippy Cow, I think he's got what it takes. Get out there, Trippy. Do it.
All
Pressure's on.
Last but not least, Apathy. Who do you got?
I also went for a potential repeat MVP, and I went with Smugs. When he
Yeah.
gets back on the DPS role,
Brian Diff.
I think
Brian,
there's
but
a
why?
real potential for him and Ice to be racing to be the first repeat MVP. So it'll be very entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I had a hard time picking against Smugs, but I can't be biased on this podcast. I host it. I can't pick people from the Oregon match. So
Wow.
I ended up going with Andy from God Hand. Now, Andy been around since season 3, just an absolutely dominant tank player every season they've been here. There's a reason they called him Sir Andy. Is because you get put out a royal beating every week you went up against him. He was just an absolute animal on the tank. Any tank he plays, absolutely fantastic. I look to Andy again. Andy is the, God Hand has moved a lot of things around over the past several seasons. They've had people off-rolling. They've had people do different things at different times. The consistent force has always just been Andy. He brings a lot to that team, and it's pretty terrifying what he can do on that tank role. So, Andy is my favorite, and I think he's probably positioned again to be the best tank. And I don't see it going any other route. So, excuse me. All right.
I agree.
That's it for our preseason little pontifications here, y'all. Again, I reiterate, some of you are probably like, well, you didn't talk about my team. Again, you can send that to we don't monitor this inbox at owtranquility.com, and we'll consider it. All right, guys, let's talk about some matches coming up this week here. Thug, what is a match you are watching this week? What is that match that is just, this is the big match to watch right now?
You absolutely have to watch as a Discord tier, just Battle of the Goliaths here. This is Battle of the Titans, Holy Jalapenos, Alt F4. This is a couple teams ready to rock and roll. Both a couple teams, a lot of for fun. 4 fun teams in a 4 fun tournament. Can there be any better Overwatch? Watch it. Holy Jalapenos 3-1.
Picking against his own team. You gotta love it.
Damn right.
Yeah. He did give his team a map, which I feel like is better than a lot of predictions are going to be in that match. So,
well, I'm a former DDoS member. I will DDoS them. I will.
It's true.
Yeah.
Not above it.
Right.
True.
Novito, what's the match you're watching?
I said Jersey Boys versus Palm Beach Poggers.
Nice.
Team that I played against recently, and my dark horse pick playing just happens to play week 1. And I have played Palm Beach Poggers winning 3-2.
It'll be a good match, I think. Again, Jersey Boys, sneaky team, very sneaky. NPC, who do you got for your match to watch this week?
Okay, my match of the week actually happens right here on twitch.tv/OWTranquility tomorrow night.
Damn.
It's Koala Kings versus the Fire Breathing Rubber Duckies. Okay, I mean Koala Kings, just the finalist of the preseason. Okay, last season, such a great team, and Fire Breathing Rubber Duckies is a team with a lot of potential. We talked about Night. Just doing great work with Gannicus last season, and now moving on to this season. There's a lot of veteran players on that team. They got Honey on support, who is Illusion, I believe, season 4. Climbed up to 3,300 for a while and dropped back down. Getting back to it. So this is going to be a good match tomorrow. I got 3-1 Fire Breathing Rubber Duckies. I'm betting on the underdog.
All right, and let's go with
horrible odds.
match of the week here. Apathy, who do you got?
I'm looking forward to see the Reminiscence versus Mechanize rematch, hopefully without any scuff. I'd like to see both of them have their full rosters this time around. And that's kind of been a brewing rivalry. Flashbacks versus Modify was a big rivalry in Season 5. This is just, it's always an exciting match with Nostalgia and Tempered Metal play. So I'm really looking forward to this one, but I think Reminiscence will clean up their 2 CP and they're going to get the 4-0.
All right, last but not least match, I'm watching Council of Anime Girls versus Amnesia. Council of Anime Girls actually beat Amnesia in UGC. Kind of an interesting little thing there. I think, Amnesia looks like a fantastic team. Council of Anime Girls did not have a great preseason, but we'll see how they bounce back here in the regular season. I took Council of Anime Girls winning that one 3-1. Really quick, guys, before we do the drawings, I know a lot of you are looking forward to that. There are some fantastic programs yet to come this week. We have 3 more programs beyond our features that we are going to go through right now, and I'm going to just give you a quick rundown of what's set to air this week. I announced it as well, so tune in, get your channel points.
Just leave this window open.
And
you might as
what?
well.
Yeah, enjoy it. There's some fantastic stuff coming up here. We put a lot of work into it. You guys are going to enjoy it. I'm thoroughly convinced that this is going to be a very, very fun thing, and you guys are going to have a good time watching it. So, first, right after this podcast here, about 5 or 10 minutes from now, it's going to go live again, and we will be bringing you the debut of Predicting Tranquility. We'll have analysts providing predictions for every match. That's right, every match that is occurring this coming week in Tranquility. Tonight you have NPC, you have Capital, and you have K-Wing. They will be putting their reputations at stake, predicting the score of every single match. So prepare your angry rage tweets.
Yes, direct all your angry tweets at Mr. Yeti.
What? No. All right. And on Tuesday, we have, again, our kickoff match in the Harmony tier. That is Fire Breathing Rubber Duckies taking on the Koala Kings at 8:30 Eastern. Immediately after that, we have a fantastic program that we are debuting. That is Coach's Corner, powered by Pico. This is being hosted by Juggle God. Introduced himself to the community last season. He will be on hand with the former assistant coach for the Dallas Fuel and Team Canada in the Overwatch World Cup. That is Tika T. And they will be with a couple players from the Transcendence Tier finals. That is Jonas from the Decapitators and Sherb from Manifest. Basically going to be providing a bit of an educational review and a kind of a discussion of some of the play and strategies that went into that. It's something you've never seen before on Tranquility Programming. You've never seen minds like this discussing Overwatch. We are thrilled. Yeah, look at us.
Yeah. I mean, the partnership with Pico is amazing. You get professional Overwatch coaching.
Definitely Plat. Gold. Are you in Plat still? No, Gold. I don't know. Plat. I guess, okay, Diamond support. I guess it doesn't count anymore. You're Diamond. All right, fine.
No.
I'm Diamond Tank, y'all. I am still Diamond on Tank.
Plat. All right.
I'm roll-locked.
Sounds like a carry.
Plat. Anyways, it sounds like it got carried by Asdo or something.
Off tank roll, all-star anyone? Come on, better than Train confirmed. Like, come on.
Hey, if NPC is a 5-time or 4-time? 5-time? 4-time?
Back to back
all-star. So, come on. Let's not act like that's an accomplishment. All right.
Hey, at least I've won a championship. All right.
Hey. On Wednesday, game day, we bring you on a 30-minute delay the Transcendence Tier feature match that is featuring God Hand Season 6 champions. They will be taking on Celestial Source Code, formerly known as Team Rocket. They will be on at 9:30 Eastern Time, so be sure to tune in for that. And on Thursday, that is our final programming night of the week. We have our Discord tier feature. That is the Quokka Queens, who are representing Season 6, the Season 6 champions, which name has been redacted, taking on the Inferno Foxes. It's 2 semifinalists from Season 6, guys. Going to be a great match. 8:30 on Thursday. And then after that, we bring you the Beat Drop, which is hosted by Captain Jack with Gizmo. They'll be wrapping up all the action from the prior week here in Tranquility. They'll also be bringing you interviews from players in the community as well. I believe on the docket this week, we have Pineapple Bro from Lotus. We have Lazuli from the Whirlwind Wildcats. And I believe one more that I don't remember off the top of my head. But, Jeff Bot from the Koala Kings. So it should be a fantastic time. Guys, tune in. Check it out. We're going to have a lot of fun on the Beat Drop. And, guys, a fantastic week. Tune in. Get your channel points. Again, get those giveaway entries. We want to give you things. Let us give you things. All right. Speaking of giving you things, let's get those drawings done.
Get
NPC,
it.
All right.
let's start it off.
Random number generator, please.
Which is
for
this
the
for?
t-shirt.
T-shirt.
And the winner is Mr. Novino. Is in Mr. Novino? Should we re-roll?
Is there not
Navino.
It's Navino.
Congrats,
Navino,
Navino.
yeah.
All right.
I didn't even remember entering. But
Hold on. Let me do this real quick.
You entered
Hashtag
3 months ago.
rigged. All right,
I was
everybody
like,
get
I didn't
your
even enter
everybody
That's from
there.
the finals.
Hold on, get your hashtag
from
rigged
the
in
finals.
chat. There we go.
Yeah, hashtag rig.
All right, perfect. All right, and then the $50 Amazon gift card. Who do you got, NPC?
The winner of the $50 gift card. Random number generator, please. OC.
OC. Congratulations, OC from Ragnarok Odin, winning a $50 Amazon gift card.
Very
And
cool.
Guys, we're doing it again next week. Tune in to get your channel points. That's the way you can support the community. We talk about it a lot. Participate in it, but it's also watch. The best way you can do that is click that heart to follow it, hit that bell so you're notified when we go live every day, and if you're able to do it, go ahead and subscribe. We definitely appreciate all that support, and it's the best way to support the Tranquility community. But another way you can support the Tranquility community is by going to where, NPC?
Shop.spreadshirt.com/OW Tranquility. And in fact, right now, I'm giving you a special gift from me to you. I'm giving you
NPC, from
15% off.
Yes.
I'm giving
NPC
you 15%
himself.
off.
NPC
Yeah,
himself.
I told them, hey, you got to give these guys at the beginning of the season. We got to give them something. 15% off today and tomorrow. Tonight, get that in because I don't know what time tomorrow it ends, but I'm telling you, get in there tonight. Get yourself some stickers. Get yourself some shirts, some hoodies. 15% off your whole order. The more you spend, the more you save. That's the way 15% off works.
Mhm.
Just saying. Get yourself a hoodie if you're emo or whatever, and you want to wear the hoodie in the summertime. That's fine too. You got hats, you got shirts, you got backpacks, you got canvas
Mugs. Don't
tote
forget
bags,
mugs. You can't forget mugs.
And you
mugs.
And you can
name it.
customize stuff too. Use the customize tool. That's how you get stickers for all the teams as well. If you go into this customize tool, select stickers as your product, you can get stickers for any team in the any team. in Tranquility.
Apparently, somebody says that there's no boop stickers.
That's
Apparently
just
there's
wrong.
like a
They need
glitch.
to use the customize tool.
Okay, use the customize tool. There you go. Okay, so now you know how to do it.
Yes.
God, thank you, the Tranquility Hammer. I really appreciate it.
Yes,
yeah,
man.
yeah, just for you guys. You know, I do what I can for the community.
All right. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Again, tune in about 10 minutes from now, guys. The stream will go off, and it's going to go live again with Predicting Tranquility. Be sure to tune in for that. Otherwise, for now, for Thug, Novino, NPC, and Apathy, I'm Mr. Yeti. Thank you so much for gazing into the iris with us tonight, and we will see you again soon.
Experience tranquility. Pass into the iris.